So, did the other comedians tease you about your Oscars, or are they supportive?
Oh, have you been teased? Oh, it feels like you've been teased. Oh my God, are you okay?
I don't want to talk. Something I don't want to talk about.
I actually teased him.
Jim
So
teases me.
Yeah.
I wanted to see how he felt about my teasing. Yeah.
Well, you guys, you won your Oscar for The Descendants.
Yes.
And now you've both written and directed The Way Back. What made you decide to take your partnership to the next level?
Well, it just felt right. It just felt like we needed to commit, and really.
And next we're cutting a record.
Yeah.
Oh,
A record.
That's the path.
No, like old school record.
Yeah, we're gonna do a record and a fragrance.
Yeah. But no, I mean, this story we wrote before The Descendants.
Oh, interesting.
And it actually got us in the door to even be considered for the job of The Descendants.
Ooh.
So really, this was like a story we knew so well. And we had been such a long journey with it for 8 years and been through phases with other directors that it felt like this is too personal.
Mm-hmm.
And so we wanted to jump in and tell the story on our own.
Well, it seems like your first big screenplay wins an Oscar, then you get to write and direct this one. Do you have like a sweat and tears backstory, or is it just that easy? Because you said 8 years. I think that's...
Yeah, I mean, no. I mean, 8 years of
Yeah.
and before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It always looks like that, but the last 2 years have been, pretty crazy, but before that was
Yeah.
a long journey, yes.
Yes. A lot of the industry is constantly teaching you lessons. I think, lots of a roller coaster of emotions in terms of, but it's good. It's I think helped ground us and not, made us too unbearable as people.
See.
Well, there are a lot of movies coming out from the improv community now that are just straight comedies. But you guys have kind of this patented blend of comedy and pathos. What made you decide to add that layer to your work?
I think we've always been drawn to it. I mean, despite the fact that our training is, sorry, that's my ride.
Yeah.
Despite that our training was coming from the ground, they really
Yeah.
wanted to
Make
go.
them wait. Make them
gotta
wait.
go. Let's-
You guys are Oscar winners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the audience is like, what is it? I don't hear what they're talking about. Just our training at the Groundlings, despite being sketch comedy, was character based, and it really was drawing from the things that make characters the way they are, and that meant sometimes the tragedy things, the things that are cathartic to them to mention. So I think we always were drawn to those stories, in writing The Way Back, and then subsequently being attracted to The Descendants. So I think we just love that. Not like we don't love. Obviously, we built around comedy. We did comedy and still continue to, but we love exploring the things that surprise us in our lives. That are both tragic and comedic.
Mm-hmm.
But it's often the same.
It's often the same.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They live together.
You do.
Well, one of the things I thought was very interesting is your lead character, Duncan, is one of the most introverted characters I've ever seen in a movie. And you don't do any cheating or tricks like giving him like an internal monologue. So how do you hope audiences connect to Duncan?
Well, because I think at that age, a lot of times you are an observer. You are, you kind of haven't maybe quite found your own voice in a way, or you have your own voice, you just haven't figured out or gained the confidence to express it in a sense. And so I think hopefully people will connect to that notion that, that you, while you may not say a lot, you certainly are taking a lot in, and you are sort of a sponge. And I think we all sort of go through moments like that where you are slightly introverted or don't quite have the confidence yet to express yourself.
Mm-hmm. Well, so often an indie film can live or die by its location. And I love the water park that you guys have. Mm-hmm. Did you just happen to find that, or did that inspire the script in some ways?
No, we had written the script with no water park in mind, and then we just needed to find one. And we looked in different areas, depending on where we were going to end up shooting. And then we just lucked out when we settled on shooting on Marshfield, and Steve Carell came aboard. We sort of it was a wonderful circumstance that 45 minutes away from there was Water Whiz. And so
That's what it's actually called?
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah. It's wonderful, like local water park in Massachusetts, and family owned, and it was just the perfect size, and had all the components that we were looking for. We really truly lucked out.
And they let you just take it over for a couple of days?
No, we
No,
didn't. We didn't have the
Operating.
budget to sort of buy
Really?
out, because
Yeah.
they have a short window in which they run their season, and so we shot while they were fully functioning, and we would sort of take over small areas. But all those people were actual park goers, most of them.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So my last question for you is, you made headlines when this movie sold for just shy of $10 million out of Sundance. Is that just for the movie, or did you throw in some extras?
Oh, what we gave them for that money?
Yeah.
A couple of them fell in love with some of my famous recipes, so I gave them that, and then you gave them a shirt.
Yeah, just a fun shirt,
That's nice.
Yeah, just like a cozy tank that I love.
Oh, well, if it means a lot to you.
Tanks
Yeah.
be cozy.
If they're tight enough. If they're tight enough, they can.
That actually feels restrictive, not cozy.
No.
It's like a hug.
It's like it's like
Yeah.
it's just like a cozy embrace all day.
Something about you handing me a tank that might have been yours that you got cozy in really makes me question
Our friendship.
that and just
Me
that
in
tank.
me in general.
Yeah, it's the idea of here's a
That's great. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you very
Thank
much.
you.